Ladies and gentlemen, it's coming home. It's coming home. Shortly after the quarterfinals, on a British Airways flight to London City Airport. I don't know where it goes. The England squad for Euro 2020 has officially been announced. None of this dibby 33-man squad that we had before. None of this just invite your cousin along to England training because we've got enough space for them. We've slimmed it down, streamlined the squad to the official 26 players that are going to the tournament. Gareth Southgate left his homework as late as humanly possible on this one. The deadline for announcing his squad, I do believe, is today. He's absolutely the child that said he forgot to check out before logging out of my maths homework. But we've got here eventually, okay? Him and his waistcoat have finally decided on the squad, and today I'm going to be reacting to it. Slap a like though if you're going to enjoy the video, and of course subscribe if you're new to the channel. I've got plenty more Euro 2020 content on the horizon. Before we actually found out who was in the side, we got this lovely video titled The Call Up and showing how excited everybody is for international football to be back. It's sunny outside right now. It feels like the summer of 2018 again. Sales of Carling just rose by 368%. And then came the squad graphic showing, actually quite surprisingly, that Deliveroo will be the lone striker for the tournament. But one takeaway from this squad announcement is that we're probably going to be playing 5 at the back. It's going to be peak 3 Lions, 3 centre-backs entertainment. I'm talking 0-0s against North Macedonia. We don't even play North Macedonia, but you know what I'm saying. As I've alluded to there, I'm gonna move past goalkeepers entirely because there's absolutely nothing interesting to say whatsoever. One of the main talking points going into the announcement was who was gonna be at right back. Initial reports suggested Liverpool's Trent Alexander-Arnold would not be on the plane whatsoever, let alone not even starting, which to be honest I find crazy because as much as he's not had his best season, do not get me wrong, I very much know that. He started to perform very well recently. He'd be going into the tournament playing his best football of the year and probably playing as the best right back in the country right now. Reece James then obviously put in an unreal performance in the Champions League final, but in terms of prolonged form recently, Trent is on a different level. And he's a set piece taker. This guy relies solely on set pieces to get him through tournaments. To be honest, it just got to a stage where I was bored of even hearing about it. It was far too dramatic. It was like I was watching the vote out on I'm a Celebrity. Trent, it might be you. The lines are frozen, so's my will to live, mate. Just decide on who you're gonna pick. And he did have a decision to make. Who out of the plethora of English right backs was he gonna take to the tournament? The answer? Literally all of them.
4 right backs.
Jeremy, 4? That's insane.
What formation is he even trying to run for this thing? As I said though, the initial report suggested he wasn't even gonna go whatsoever. It was reported by The Athletic, by Sky, by BBC, you name it. The fact of the matter is, it seemed like he wasn't going. Gareth Southgate got bullied into choosing Trent for a European competition by 14-year-olds from football Twitter. He's woken up this morning, got out of bed, looked at his phone and seen ratio DFKM and had a mental breakdown. I still can't get over the fact we actually had to wait till 5 PM on the last possible day. I suppose the other angle of that is that he took all the time necessary, all the time he wanted to choose the best possible 26-man squad. And ultimately, it is a hard decision. There's a lot of good players at the moment in England, or on a similar level players anyway. And a lot of players have missed out, you know? There's no James Ward-Prowse in this side. There's no Ben Godfrey. There's no Ollie Watkins. There's no Jesse Lingard. There's some really good players missing out here. We talked about right backs. Left backs really picked themselves. Luke Shaw's been brilliant this season. Chilwell's been good, but not quite as good as Shaw. That's all bless. Centre backs though, a lot of people have said we're a little bit thin on the ground here. Like, we're gonna play 3 centre backs here, you would imagine. Which means Kyle Walker's not gonna be a right back. So Kyle Walker is probably a centre back for this tournament. So, but then after that, like in terms of after the main 3, which will undoubtedly be Maguire, Stones, and Walker, the actual level of quality is not great because for me, Tyrone Mings is a fraud. I think he's a good leader and he's probably a good person to have around in the changing rooms. I think that's something that's overlooked sometimes with the national team. Team chemistry and the vibe around the dressing room, as stupid as that sounds, is actually very important still. Tyrone Mings has not had a great season. Ezri Konsa has been better than him. Ben Godfrey has been better than both him and Conor Cody. But Mings is someone that the rest of the England squad knows. He's been in that fold for a while. Conor Cody, I don't really have anything to back him. Now on to the midfielders. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure there's enough of these, really, but 5 centre mids and 4 right backs. We've got Jude Bellingham, Jordan Henderson, Mason Mount, Calvin Phillips, and Declan Rice. I think James Ward-Prowse is unlucky not to get in. I don't really know who I would take out for James Ward-Prowse. I guess those 5 make sense. If required, Phil Foden can play in a more advanced central role, and Bukayo Saka can also play centrally too, though I doubt he would, because we're probably only going to play 2 centre mids. And this is another thing people have been complaining about, Bukayo Saka getting in over Jesse Lingard, but he's more versatile. International football, having versatile footballers at an international tournament is so underrated. It's so important. I do feel bad though for Jesse Lingard, because obviously this second half of the season has been revolutionary, and I can only imagine how awkward the phone call was. Hi Gary mate, sorry, yeah man, I hope you're good. Yeah, just got back from that tattoo with Jack, but I didn't get a call. I was expecting a voicemail like, oh yeah Jesse, sorry, that must have got lost. Yeah, in the but hear this, yeah? Gareth Southgate is still playing him in the warm-up game before the Euros start. What's the point? You're not even taking him to the actual tournament. The sooner this man attaches sleeves to his coat, the better. And now we move on to the forwards. And for me, this is the most exciting part of the entire squad. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Phil Foden, Jack Grealish, Harry Kane, Marcus Rashford, Bukayo Saka, Jadon Sancho, and, Raheem Sterling. He wasn't included in the excitement part. But that is a ridiculous set of forwards. Like, really and truly. Again, it's malleable. Gareth Southgate can do whatever he wants there. If he wants a front 3 that's just going to be counter-attack central and just pace for days, then Jadon Sancho and Marcus Rashford are there. If he wants someone who's going to be able to break down teams from the wing, be a bit more tricky, find incisive passes, he's got Jack Grealish and Phil Foden there. If he only wants 2 out of his 3 forwards to actually contribute, he's got Raheem Sterling available as well. The one thing I would say though is only 2 out-and-out strikers does worry me a little bit, but then obviously Harry Kane is gonna start every game providing he's fit. Dominic Calvert-Lewin provides a bit more of a physical option if we're chasing a game and we just want to lump balls into the box with Trent at right back. Would I have liked Ollie Watkins there? Probably over one of the right backs, I reckon. But I do feel bad for Ollie Watkins, who's had a brilliant first season in the Prem, and Patrick Bamford as well, who didn't even make it into the 33-man team. But yeah, that is it. That's your England squad, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think about it down in the comment section below. For me, I actually kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie. There's a couple things I would do differently. I still think that only taking 2 recognised strikers is very risky behaviour. I feel like someone like James Ward-Prowse is unlucky to miss out, and I would have still taken Godfrey over Cody personally. Will it matter? Maybe not. I don't know. Connor Cody's unlikely to play that many games. But yeah, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, slap a like on it and subscribe if you're new to the channel. You can also follow me on social media. It is at @theofficialfng on Twitter and on Insta. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a wonderful day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.